so
Like
true.
your child.
Yeah.
Like your childhood.
My childhood
Anthony
is
has let us down.
yeah, I have.
Yeah, yeah. That's where we're starting. Anthony has let us down.
What ways have I let you down?
Oh.
Be specific and be illustrative.
You don't do drugs, you don't have sex.
Fair.
You don't say bad words.
Fair.
And frankly, you're not slutty enough in any regard. You don't dress
Mm.
slutty enough either.
I try though.
I know, and summer is coming, so
Yeah.
I do feel like I am gonna see some more.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yes, we're recording.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're picking up. It's all on the
But
microphone.
you're not putting down. Or
Yeah,
something.
good vibration.
Well, not anymore now that you've left.
Oh.
Hey, ain't no good, no vibration, he said. Oh God, what was that? Oh, the ways you've let me, the numerous ways you've let me down. I think that's probably it. You just don't, like, your worst trait is you don't have vices. I feel like that you can cope with that.
I used to always ask when I was in grad school at the MFA, I used to always ask my cohort, I was like, do I need to pick up any vices?
Yes.
And they were always like, no.
They lied to you. They lied to you. You need at least one thing that you do.
I may already have it.
I know you do, but you don't have it anymore.
Wait, what is that?
We won't say it on air.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Getting blackmailed by a blackmail. Can't believe it. On my own damn podcast. Extortion. Entrapment? No, that wasn't entrapment. I said that on my own will. I think it was worse. Whatever. So that's your vice.
It's not my vice, but it's certainly a quirk. But like you said, it's not even applicable anymore.
All of your quirks are all of the ones I want to say are just me or scathing.
Well, I guess we can just go ahead and just put them out there.
Yeah, let's put them out there.
What's the other?
If you had to say a number between 10 and 50 to describe the amount of produce stickers in your sink.
Oh. Well, right now it's like 10 to 15.
10 to 15? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more so like
Also, can I be clear?
Yeah.
I love that about it's one of those things that's just like we're putting you on blast in the best way right now. It also makes me so happy that your car is disgusting right now.
Yeah.
Because it makes me feel better. I'm like, because you were too good for a minute there. You were too on top of it. It's like, okay, thank God he's a fucking human being.
Yeah.
He's brilliant, but he's got a used tissue collection the likes of a teenage boy.
What?
In your car.
Oh,
You've got a Kleenex problem.
It was because when I was sick,
I know.
Yeah, and I was just miserable.
I know.
And I
you don't have anyone to take care of you.
Basically.
If I knew how to drive, I'd take care of you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
If I could legally drive, rather, I know how to drive.
The sweetest thing anyone's ever said.
I mean, the sweetest thing. Sweetest thing anyone ever said to me was, "I got on the highway to be here." Oh. So our car anxiety brings us together. This is reminding me of something, and I have to keep holding your hand now. So the other morning, I was doing the Predator holding Nick's hand like this. And I was like, this is how you hold your hand with your homies when you're sharing a bed with them. And he goes, why can't you just hold hands? I was like, because that's fucking gay.
That part. I agree.
But if you Predator hold hands, and then I told that joke and embarrassed myself because I didn't know it was Predator and I said Terminator.
Same
Embarrassing.
Same thing. It's all good.
Embarrassing.
80s action movie. Also.
Right. Homoerotic. This is one of my wheelhouses. I love homoerotic 80s films. All three of them that I've seen. But I love the cultural appeal of them. Some of my favorite movies are homoerotic movies from the 80s.
I love them.
Reanimator.
Yes.
Dead Poet Society.
Yes.
Top Gun.
Yes.
Point Break.
Yes.
Like there's quite a few and they're all excellent. They're all really different too.
Mm,
Reanimator, I think, is probably the most explicit,
mm.
I'm willing to say. And I'm only willing to say that because I haven't seen Point Break. It's actually
Oh,
probably Point Break.
yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever seen the movie Fight Club?
No, I've never seen it. It's a book, right?
It is a book.
I've never seen it. I've never read it.
One of the film version is one of the most homoerotic things that you will ever see. It's actually where my attraction for Brad Pitt comes from.
That's fair. I'm not a Brad Pitt girly, probably because I've never seen Fight Club.
Probably. But I don't know. He may be too perfect in that movie.
I don't know, because even if I'm remembering him correctly, too perfect in what was that, 1999?
Yeah.
Because like 16 really good movies
99.
came out that year.
Yeah. That's right.
I watched a Bro Edition video
Mhm.
about that.
Mhm.
Shout out. But girl, what the fuck were you saying?
About Brad Pitt being too perfect.
Yeah. So even in that movie, in that era, too perfect of a guy is still like nothing in comparison to the two perfect guys today. Like he's not
Mhm.
like Chris Hemsworth or Jason Momoa buff in that movie. He's just like regular dude buff.
He's regular dude buff, but it's not even that. Like,
I mean, his face is fine. It's fine.
I can't even explain how this man, like him in this movie is so erotic.
I mean, that's fair.
His lips are so pouty.
Oh, I don't like lips.
I like lips. His lips are so pouty. But in terms of like
I like eyes.
His eyes are doing a thing too. But
he's broody.
He's definitely broody. But yeah, it is. But like you said, he's not like Hemsworth buff. He's just very like dude.
Like my husband buff.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a dude. You know, he has like I mean, he has pictures of it. He's not wearing underwear in the movie. Yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is, like, he's wearing clothes, but he's not wearing underwear in the movie.
Interesting.
It's very intriguing. And he's like fighting. He's like fighting in this underground fight club that we're not supposed to talk about. And you can see the outline of his vajayjay.
Not his vajayjay.
Yeah.
Not his vajayjay. Not you transvestigating Brad Pitt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can see the outline of his junk. Like, it's there.
His cash and prizes.
Yeah, it's there. It's like there the whole movie. And I'm like, was he aware?
And I know this is the millionth time I've said this to you.
Yes.
It's like in Call Me By Your Name when they had to edit out Armie Hammer's balls.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite thing I know about that movie, by the way. I will never stop sharing that. God bless you, but not enough to save you.
we gotta, so okay, on our list, we gotta watch Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
We gotta watch Shame.
Yes.
Yeah,
you sent me that poster.
And then after that, we don't have to watch another movie ever again.
We have to watch Sallow.
Oh yeah. We gotta watch that too.
We gotta watch.
Watch that.
So is that gonna be like a fall watch for us? Do you think? When are we gonna watch
Sallow?
this? Yeah.
I have no idea. We have to really play that one by ear. I think
that's fair. I do want to make the top 10 atrocities from 120 Days of Sodom, and watching Sallow feels like a prerequisite.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite ones is there.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I just had to. I keep meaning to vocalize that, and
but no. Whenever you like really get the itch and you're like ready, then just tell me, and then we can watch the movie.
That's fair.
I would say the other two movies. Shame we can watch anytime. Like, Shame is a movie I would watch.
That feels so accurate for us.
At the drop of a hat. We can watch that movie on mute. We can watch it with sound. We can watch it.
There's fucking. He's naked on that cover. Is it gay?
No, but yeah, but he has a.
I'm gonna need Twinless to come out.
Yeah, it's coming out, but he has a huge penis, and it's like all throughout the entire movie. So much.
9-inch hair.
It's probably we'll say 9.
Good for him.
So big. But anyway, like I said, we can watch that anytime. Eyes Wide Shut, technically we can watch anytime, but it's always better to watch it really late at night.
Okay.
Because it's a very surreal thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Would you recommend because I have the opportunity to do this, and
Mhm.
I would love for you to be there if this is something that you recommend.
Okay.
Is this the kind of thing I should take shrooms and watch for the first time? Could
I
that be
mean,
an experience?
for Eyes Wide Shut,
Yeah.
that would probably be, I mean, if you're comfortable.
I'll give you a little bit of setting. One of my favorite things to do when I take a psychedelic, and Nick and Alyssa can attest to this, and they hate it. There are these videos, and we might watch some later just to give you a real taste.
Yeah.
Called Unsettling Images with Unnerving Music.
Yeah.
And when I get really, really high,
Yeah.
I love to watch that shit. I love to freak myself out.
Eyes
I'm the worst
Wide
person
Shut.
to do psychedelics with.
Eyes Wide Shut is certainly that. So yeah, I would say yes.
So you're gonna
if that's
come
your jam.
over
Whenever.
one summer night,
Yeah.
full moon.
Yes.
I'm gonna do some mushroom gummies, or maybe I'll even no, acid's too much because then you're gonna be here for a while if I take acid.
That's okay. I mean, I'll be here. I will be
You
prepared
will
to
be.
be here.
And it'll be summertime. So
Regardless.
you'll be my live-in chef anyway, because I'll be getting. Can you imagine? That's how I spend my summer, doing acid and getting abs. I'm eating chicken breast and unveiling the secrets of the universe.
It wouldn't be the first time that that's happened.
That's so fair.
Yeah.
But like, I think it might need to happen. I haven't done acid.
Yeah.
When was the last time I did 2021? June of 2021. It's been Jesus, it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah.
I need to fry my brain again.
Fair
I've
enough.
done shrooms. I've done shrooms plenty of times over the past,
I think,
particularly 2 years.
yeah, I think that whatever your experience will be, your psychedelic experience will be, I would say that is the movie for it. And the good thing about it is that it will sneak up on you. It will be very intense for an extended amount of time, and then it'll kind of like the volume will kind of turn down on it.
Uh-huh.
But
it'll just be fun.
And then it'll just be kind of like lingering.
Mm.
Yeah.
I will say, if you do hang out with me while I am tripping on something, it doesn't matter what it is, that will be the first time you see me cry.
It's okay.
No, I know.
You've seen me cry.
I know, but I really don't do that. I really don't do that.
Okay. Sorry.
Like,
circle of trust.
Yeah, and I feel like I've talked about this with you, and I definitely talked about it with Alyssa the last time we did shrooms, because I guess I hold back tears so hardcore that when they do start happening, I can't talk. Like, I feel like everyone I know will be crying and being able to like have a conversation with while they're crying. And I'm like, how are you doing that? I can't. I'm like,
yeah. I don't know. Believe it or not, I'm not a crier.
No, I know you're not either.
I'm not a crier.
It just makes me happy that you were the first one to cry in our relationship.
I know.
I know you're not happy about it, but I am.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I don't feel a way. At the time, it was, of course, like we lived through it. But now looking back on it, it's like it's not it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm actually very happy about it. Yeah.
I cracked your shell.
For sure.
Got your ass.
For sure. The one that I was not prepared for was the Wicked one. I was not prepared to cry.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I can't believe that.
I felt it happening, and then I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then I saw you cry, and I was like, I should have let myself cry, and then we would have had the solidarity.
I was trying to catch myself while the movie was going on. Like it was getting to the moment, and I was like,
and then every time now.
And then now I literally.
We're gonna go to Overton Square, and you're gonna cry.
Yeah, I probably will when it gets to that point, because I don't know what I do know what it is. I've investigated it. I've thought about it. I've intellectualized it.
Right.
But it's just something about the emotional moment. And I was just like, the last time I did, I watched, I looked at I rewatched it, and I got to the ending, and I was crying again, and I was just like, this is so beautiful.
Oh,
that's sweet. Like, this is so beautiful.
I love that. I don't think and I want things to make me cry, and then because again I can't chill cry, that's why I'm genuinely, like I was telling Nick on the way home yesterday after I got the Ethel tickets, I was like, you are going to witness me cry in public, and he was like, I think you're gonna have more of a problem with that than I'm going to. I was like, yeah, For sure. I'm just letting you know. Or he's like, I feel like you've said that before, because I think I did. I think I said that about Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're my favorite band.
Yeah.
But, and there was one point where I teared up during the encore, when they started the encore, like one of my favorite songs. That really got me, because I wasn't expecting it, because no one really likes that album, and I love that album. Tranquility by Hotel and Casino.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But Ethel, it's different.
It's different. It goes,
Thoroughfare is going to take me out. The climax of Thoroughfare will take me out. Fucking Sunbleach Flies and Strangers will take me out.
Man.
Hard Times will destroy me.
That album is so emotionally like,
I've been listening to it a lot again. I've been listening to it a lot again at work, which is weird, but it's become like one of my closing, like tomorrow, last hour kind of albums. That in like Renaissance.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. Whatevs. Brat as well. Renaissance and Brat makes sense because I'm getting shit done. I don't know why I feel the need to have a religious emotional experience at 9 p.m. on a Friday. But whatevs. But I was thinking about it because there is a moment, and we're gonna talk about Eden because we have to.
Yeah.
Because these two things are inextricably connected for me. And it was summer, in the summer 2023. I had just gotten it. I was listening. I think 3 songs had made it into my playlist, and I had maybe listened to the album in full like twice, but like wasn't paying attention to it.
Okay.
American Teenager had hit.
Yes.
Gibson Girl was next. So those were the ones that made it into my playlist first, but the first one I heard of hers was Ptolemaic. So it went American Teenager, Gibson. I said American. Gibson Girl and Ptolemaic, and then like several months later, I added the whole album. But when one song started to finally click for me was on the way home from the first one shot for Eden's backstory, his like hometown stuff.
Gotcha.
And so it's windy as fuck. Hot as hell. I think it's starting to rain on the way home, and I have this like particular view of the trees in the dark with that faded out reverb and humming at the end of Family Tree intro. I think about it every time I hear it, and I'm like, I'm so glad. Like, it perfectly summed up the end of that session, and it was just everything. It locked it into place for me, and it's like one of those perfect. It's so nice to have a song like in a perfect moment with it.
Yes.
Like an exalted.
It's something about setting, music, and mindset that can really
kick it to a fucking stratosphere.
Lock in a moment for you. Like for real. Like, yeah, for sure.
Like I totally was a teenage boy running away from home in that moment. It was me.
Yeah.
It was me, Bronski Beat, Small Town Boy. Because that was the other song I was listening to a lot when I started making Eden, which that was in 2022. I'm going to make an entire podcast for myself about my D&D character.
Let's go. Let's go.
Like, we're going full navel gaze. I don't give a fuck. You're the only person that listens to it.
Let's go.
This podcast is brought to you by my therapist. She dumped me.
Oh,
she dumped me. Can y'all leave the cat alone?
Oh.
Beat the pussy up, I'll beat up.
Wow.
I know. Oh. It hurt, and it was in the other room.
Oh. Do you want me to hit the
cat? I don't know.
No.
I mean, you don't have to.
No. Do you want me to hit the non-homophobic light?
No, we didn't need the light.
I was just making sure.
We got candle.
Yeah, I was just making sure. We have mood.
Also, how did I only just find out that Beyonce's hairline is called Sacred? I love that.
Oh, yeah.
She did that for me.
Yeah.
She did that for me.
Yeah.
What a good name. Whoever came up with that.
I think it was her mom, if I'm not mistaken.
Shut up.
I think so. Pretty sure, or something like that. It was
It
definitely.
was in the family.
It was a family thing for sure. Sacred.
So cute.
Mm.
So cute.
Mm.
Didn't get Beyonce ticket.
Of course not.
Didn't even try, to be honest.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mostly just because like she wasn't even coming to Nashville. I don't think.
Maybe one day when she alienates her fan base.
Could you imagine? I can't. I feel like Beyonce.
It won't happen.
It won't happen.
We can
There
always
are
hope.
two artists that it's a good thing that they have not become Nazis because they will not lose their fan base
Right.
when they do, and it's Beyonce and it's Taylor.
Right.
Like we bitch at them for not being left leaning enough, even though we know they're leftists.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were worse.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were worse.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to imagine.
I don't either.
I don't want to imagine a world where
the Cowboy Carter cover had the stars and bars.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
That would be crazy. Although we would all be like, she's reclaiming it.
Absolutely, people would say that.
You're like, I don't know if I would say we.
People would certainly say that. And who knows? They may have a point.
Well, and there are people that would say, oh, they're wrong, but there are definitely people that are saying that the reclamation of like Americana aesthetic as a whole is just as bad. And we get into that with Ethel too.
Yeah.
And again, I 100% think that it's incorrect.
Yeah.
It's just bad media comprehension.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And I always, my central question to that is always, what is American culture? Like, I always ask that question.
Oh, well, I guess I do know. It's consumerism. It's individualism.
Yes.
And like, don't get me wrong. There's also like the very patriotic aspect of it and the religious aspect of it.
And I guess that's what I'm saying, right? Like, not what actually American culture is, like what it is in essence.
Yeah.
But like, what is it in iconography? Like when we want to illustrate something as American, what is that? What is that? And so I'm always curious about what of how America sees itself. Not necessarily what America is, but how it sees itself.
Well, and I think how America sees itself, how it is seen by others, and I think to me the most like the penultimate. What's the word? It's not penultimate. What's the word? It's okay.
Pinnacle.
The pinnacle, probably. Like Americana aesthetics to me is specifically the highway.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the highway.
I think that's good.
Because the vast majority of countries are super duper small.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like this is one of our things.
Yeah.
That and like even in countries that are bigger, their public transportation is usually better. It fucking sucks living in the South.
Yeah.
But life is a highway and all that. I do think a lot of and this is completely colored by the fact that I have lived in the South my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
But when I think of American culture and Americana aesthetics, it's Southern culture.
Yeah.
Like there is
most people would say Midwest culture, but Midwest culture is Southern culture.
Right. Midwest culture and Southern culture are the same because it's a country. It's rural. Yeah. That's the culture.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the cities have their own, like, timbre and stuff, but it's not... A city is a city, I think, no matter where you are.
That's true. I agree with that.
Once you get to a certain size, you have everything. Mm-hmm. And so, as a result, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't actually like that I said that. That sounds too close to, like, a Richard Spencer thing.
No. I understand what you mean, though. Like, because it goes back to what you were saying about consumerism.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But again, Richard Spencer, that literally would like, what did he say? It's probably a good thing that I don't know the quote off the top of my head. That would be really suspicious. When the Nazis say that what is it? A nation with no values is just another place to go shopping or something like that.
Well, that is what America is. Just another place to go shopping.
It's so everywhere.
So is everywhere.
I don't actually. It's all artifice. Any kind of like
that is the defining trait of the 21st century.
any culture is just good marketing.
Yeah. Yeah. When I think of Americana aesthetic, the only thing that I think is truly I would count as the way that America sees itself is a college football game, particularly to your point about the South, SEC.
Yes.
That is, and maybe even like,
and like, we don't give a fuck about football. You don't give a fuck about football. And it's like, but we know.
Yes.
In that's our bones.
It's the idea of the tailgate, which is
barbecue.
Yes. It's the food. It's the, like I said, it's the consumerism. It's the exploitation.
It's the firearms.
It's the firearms. It's the simulation of war strategy. It's the idea of this draft, because a college football player, their goal is to get drafted.
Yeah, it's the American dream.
Yeah, to get plucked out of a group and become a singular figure of great wealth and talent and notoriety. That's all of those things, to me, really signals America in its aesthetic. Even like a football field, a college football field, when you see like the prioritization of maleness at the center, and then in a particular particular body types in particular positions on the football field. Like, you can only be a certain type of man in order to play this game. Like, you can't be too small. You have to be big, and the bigger you are, the certain type of positions that you can play, and then also the highest priority is typically a certain type of person, and they are protected by all the other men on the field. Yeah. So it's just
cheerleaders.
You have the further exploitation of the cheerleaders, because commodification of the cheerleaders. That's what it is. It's the exploitation of the players, the commodification of the cheerleaders, and then everyone around it. This sort of evolution of gladiator games.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
Because America sees itself as taking these concepts of empire from like ancient Rome and like all this stuff. And so the football game, the trappings, and like, all the fans, and they're like rooting, and then they're all the stuff, and they want to see someone lose, they want to see someone win.
Right.
So that, to me, the idea of the arena, really, because I could potentially open it up to different sports, but I think that football is the most American in terms of its aesthetic.
It's like, so maybe we could say the big three of Americana aesthetics is
highway,
a football field, and we can just say church in general, because I can't decide which one is more indicative. I think it's the correct actual, statistically speaking, is probably a mega church, but I think aesthetically speaking, it's usually like a small church.
For some reason, the mega church feels right to me.
Right.
Because a small church
is something very like evangelist, like TV
Christianity. Because the local church can take on many forms, and it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and it's very specific to the region.
Right, and Christianity is not exclusively American.
Right. But it's something about that mega church,
that Baptist,
and it's something about
that Southern Baptist.
It's something about that prosperity preacher that is American, because the prosperity preacher is kind of he's the president of the corporation that is God, and he has a cabinet. And he has citizens who pay taxes to him, and if they don't pay taxes,
we judge them.
We judge them or we punish them, depending on the type of megachurch. Yeah. I think the megachurch I think that's the Holy Trinity, right? Highway, the arena, the football field.
The literal Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and then the mega church. That's absolutely America in aesthetic, for sure.
I also feel like maybe we could lump the football field and the highway together and then throw a shotgun up on the board.
Oh yeah,
Because you gotta have guns. But I guess guns are applicable to all three.
yeah, because
You could. Never mind.
we're
I'm not
driving.
gonna say
We're
that.
driving on the highway with a shotgun in the back. We're at the football game trying to get through the metal detector, or at
With
the
our
tailgate
pistol on
with
our
a
hip.
pistol on our hip, and then
We're shooting up the church.
and we're shooting up the church.
My brain was just like, you could shoot up any of those places.
I mean, sad,
Famously.
but true. Sad, but true.
Famously, you can shoot up anywhere. Whether
Sad.
that's with a gun or a needle.
Oof. Yes. Facts. Facts.